Short job description. That's hard to make it short. As short as I could say would be I am the Chief Executive Officer for the organization, reporting to a 5-member board of directors that we call the Commission. I am ultimately responsible for all of the day-to-day operations as well as the strategic direction of the organization. Well, I love working with all the people here at Owatonna Public Utilities, and I mentioned being responsible for the overall direction and day-to-day operations of the company. I don't do that alone at all. It involves lots and lots of people, and I have the opportunity to lead excellent people, and I really love that about my job. I also love how the community respects what we do, appreciates what we do, and knowing how important electric, water, and natural gas are to the people. It's just vital that they have it. And I also appreciate, in an odd way, that we're somewhat taken for granted, that there's like this secret world behind the switch that they turn on, that they just turn on a switch and the lights come on, and that's all they really have to think about. And there's just so much industry and innovation and creativity that's going on behind the scenes to make that happen, and people have no idea. And that's just kind of cool to be in on that. Well, without getting into a lot of detail, my background is in engineering and also in business. And so engineering principles, business principles are foundational and very important in this position. As you said, this position is a little different than some of the others who are out here talking to young folks and trying to get them interested in the industry. They're not going to come out of high school or trade school and become the general manager. That's going to come later in their life. And there are many different paths that you can take there. The important thing is leadership skills, and not taking leadership skills for granted, but realizing that that's something that you can work on throughout your career. You don't wait until you're a manager to become a leader. You become a leader in any position that you're in, because being a leader is simply doing things to make other people's lives better and to help the organization. So leadership skills is the number one thing, and you can start on it early in your career. Yeah, my most memorable moment is actually before I was general manager in 2018 with the tornadoes that came through town and caused several outages. Took us 4 days to get everybody back in power. We had to rely on mutual aid, bringing crews in from other cities. And close behind that, and maybe only behind it because it was further back in history, was the 2010 flood. And what's memorable about both of those instances, as well as many other smaller situations, is that when we have a catastrophe, the company really comes together and everybody knows what they need to do, which is to get things back to normal as soon as possible. So, wrapping up, I would like to just say thank you. First of all, thank you to all of our employees that have been involved in this endeavor. I talked about part of my job that I really love is seeing people aspire to things and be creative, and this is a perfect example of that. We have a need in the industry for people, and we need to encourage young people, and our group has stepped up. Also, I'd say thank you to the viewers, whether you are about to start your career or maybe you have a son or daughter that's interested in a career, and hopefully this was motivating for you, and I hope that you will check us out more.